Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays a Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. You know what? Give me an Isaac run. I didn't need to finish my sentence. You're watching the screen. You know what's happening. Ooh, synth oil. FWNS. XLTY. I don't like completely alphabetic seed. I like when there's some numericals in there. You know, mix it up a little bit. I see the D4. I have chosen... Oh my god, it's the Chaos card. I have chosen to ignore the D4 for now, and will likely continue to do so. I'm going to tell you straight up, what am I going to do right now? I'm saving the Chaos card. We have a 5-cent card that could generate, I don't know, like 100 cents worth of value by just one-shotting either Greed or Ultra Greed. So we'll save it. What we're waiting on is the concept, you know, the possibility of blank card. If we can get blank card, well then forget about, you know, one-tapping one part of Greed. We'll one-tap each part of Greed. Easiest boss fight of all time. You get Chaos in these situations, you don't say no. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Now, the downside, as I see it right now, is that your boy is a fool and walked into a champion's bullets and now has, you know, anxiety hanging over his head where one... Ooh, I'm sorry. I woke up the cats by making that sharp intake sound with my mouth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ruka. I didn't mean to wake you up. But at the same time, I was standing next to my inevitable demise. I will not yield. I will not use the Chaos card. Thank you! Thank you! Okay, are we safe? I think we're temporarily safe. Except for the enemies on the screen. I would like to not have to buy HP. Can we even? Yeah, we can buy a 3-cent heart right there. So we'll do that. Even though I said I wouldn't like to do it. I'm looking at the other items and realizing that's very likely to be necessary. Dude, I really like the straw as far as items go. But yeah, I think we got to go a little deeper. And, you know, the Nod Leaf is not worth anything for us yet. But we basically have two very, very scummy ways to win the game so far. One is an orbital and then standing still for 3 hours. The other one... is using the Chaos card. And, you know, the nice thing about them is they can work in conjunction with one another as well. So, I'm very happy. Our short-term success is not guaranteed. Our long-term success, you know, if we make it to Ultra Greed, is looking real freaking nice. What do we need right now? Preferably, like, cheap items that really up our DPS would be, like, the number one thing I could think of. We're only going to be at 14 cents. You know, deal with the devil. It's cheap. 1 heart, 2 hearts. Pick up something that's worth more than 1 or 2 hearts. This seems like a run that we should have, you know, relatively well sorted from the get-go. I think we'll just fight right away. Yeah, 4 monstros. Not that big of a deal. We're just running around in circles here. You know, I struggle commentarily with these greed mode runs. It's something about... I think it's psychological. Help. Oh my god. Maybe we're not fine. But on an average Isaac run, we're kind of like moving forward, you know, and that gives the illusion that I guess we're making progress. It's not really an illusion, I suppose, but you know what I mean. On the greed mode runs, you kind of go to a floor and you just kind of stay there, you know? You get no change of scenery. For some reason, I think, like, on a mental association level, just makes it a little bit harder for me to, like, you know, keep the commentary flowing, come with anecdotes, etc., 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 and etc. But we've made it through the first 4 minutes. It's a weird one, because you do go, you know, maybe you want Sister Maggie. Why would we want Sister Maggie? I mean, obviously we've left, so we don't want it that badly, but the reason we would have wanted it is because it gives us deal with the devil precedent, and you know, having a reroll available for future deals with the devil might change the way we feel about things, but for now, everything's great. We'll check our items. Yeah, HP is fine. Boring, but fine. And we're kind of looking for maybe an orbital. Would be a solid pickup right now. The pause button is interesting. But right now, I look at this and I say the tiers upgrade is the most important by far. Quickly gonna check out our item room. Ugh, Dead Sea Scrolls. Do we have a battery charge? We do not. So I'm gonna sack a little bit of HP potentially. You never step on both buttons. It's a bad habit. This will give us one charge, right? Terrible. I'm gonna make an exception to my usual rule of doing the entire wave at once. If this gives us one, it should give us two. Yo, it gave us 0. So fair enough. I'm gonna do 2 waves, and then we're gonna step on the button because I want to reroll as soon as possible. Even, you know, the 1 or 2 pennies it might cost us in the long term pale in comparison to getting like an optimal reroll here. I think this actually puts us back on schedule, or at least closer to schedule, to getting a deal with the devil reroll as well. Let's see though. Should pick it up. Maybe should use it once. So that would have been horrible. If that had teleported us to like an error room, that would have been really bad. Maybe we'll never do that again. And sure. E. coli, you know, you got me thinking here. We should kill these enemies. But if we find enemies that rush us, does this work? Okay, you're not really rushing us. I'll take one of you out. That's fine by me. Whatever. I'll try. Okay, so they do get killed as soon as they touch me. We still, at least in my opinion, shouldn't really let them, you know, get to the point where there's so many of them on the screen you're actually in danger. I mean, it's not just the enemies that we're worried about that are right here. It's, you know, the enemies that are spawning as time goes on as well. But we do at least have one way, particularly on bosses. We might look to this as like a, you know, a way forward for us. This stinks, dude. I don't want to kill every enemy this way, but, you know, as many as are... Good lord. As many as are willing to walk into me, sign me up. Thank you. This seems bad. Let's be honest. It's a little too precious. I see ya. Come on. You see me. I just, like, our damage is so, like, relatively subpar. Wrong decision. Our damage is so relatively subpar, even at 5.19, that I'm like, I don't want to shoot these enemies. It's tedious. What I would rather do is wait for them to locomote into me over the course of several agonizing seconds of high danger. I got cowardly there. Please, please! Don't shoot. There we go. Thank you for blocking him. I was going to stand still. It might have been the wrong decision. Okay, Chaos Card is great and all that, but at some point we're going to need to leverage, you know, our present resources for future gain. I like what we got going on now. Against bosses, I expect our invincibility to be like a huge enabler of our chance for success. And we got deals with Devil or Angel coming up. However, kind of hate a lot of the other things going on in this run right now. Just to be safe, I'm going to buy that. I know it probably only allows us to get one item, but... What? See, this guy's very easy to kill. The only problem is that we got, you know, more minions coming later. I thought he would be killed and turned into poop instantaneously. This guy... I mean, the bosses are not gonna... Now that I think about it, I am a fool. Bosses will not get one-tapped by Turdy Touch. That would be way, way, way too powerful. I mean, if you had a lot of HP, you could just walk into a boss and kill them instantaneously. So yeah, that was a foolish and naive endeavor on my part. Brains melting. Maybe a few too many episodes of The Binding of Isaac today. That's okay, you know. Most of them have been wins, with the occasional exception, Cough Cough Guardian Challenge. You're not even taking damage. Now that's a slap in the face. I thought at least... Wait, do you make bombs? Why walk into him like that? Like in the worst way possible. Try to kill Bomb Lord first, because you get the bombs to speed up your killing of Larry Jr. And then secondarily, you also get... oh... Just want to see if maybe that mushroom was valuable. Simultaneously, you also get the Spirit Arts for killing Larry Jr. last. So far, so good. Still so far, so good, I think. Magic Mush. No such luck. Would have been a bit of a stroke of luck there. Luck or genius, depending on your perspective. Maybe you go for the reroll there. But for now, I'm content where we are. Grabbing a little bit of extra HP. The run is not doing what it needs to do. Hello, Tomo. Do you want to be up on the desk? Or are you leaving? What are you doing? Will you stay or will you go now? I took your box. I put it on the desk. I put you inside of the box. You gonna stay? If you stay or go, there won't be trouble. I really can't turn the song into anything different there. That has to be re-rolled. Okay. Now, we should probably buy a red heart and a key. But a cube of meat... Well, first off, do we have a bomb? No. I still think we should buy red heart key, and then we can decide on cube of meat. We'll buy many red hearts. Okay. That was way too much investment, but... I'll do it. As long as we keep chaos. I'll do it and I'll be happy to do it. Why do we have such terrible damage right now? Golden bombs, don't get me wrong, but terrible, terrible damage. Missing no, always dangerous, but also always exciting. And to be honest, wasn't really that attached to our first run, so... I'm not gonna cry about it. But if I did, I wouldn't apologize, because that's just part of being a sensitive man who feels things. Alright, I'm trying not to stigmatize that kind of emotional response here. We have already used our key, that's what gave us missing no, I should say. Alright, we will use many, many bombs. So, you know, I'm open to being... having my own hypocrisy be pointed out. We did say we weren't going to take the D4 because we had it, and then we took an item that is essentially like a passive version of the D4. But I kind of like it because it takes away an element of control. You know, it means you're at Zane's beck and call. Shouldn't have done that. No battery charge. Can't believe we were not hit. Oh my god, we might finally get him. Nope. You know, just because you have unlimited bombs... Oh, we have host hat, of course. Just because you have unlimited bombs doesn't mean you need to exclusively use bombs. I mean, we do have tiers. But it's like, yeah, you know... It's like if you're doing a group project with somebody... You know what's a really good example? And this is an example that's a little selfish on me, which is why I like saying it, because it reflects poorly on me and nobody else, thereby making it the perfect anecdote. You know, my wife went to Japan back in September, and when she was coming back, I had to clean the house. It's not like I was throwing parties or anything like that, but the level of cleanliness, we don't need any of these at this point. I mean, what would we do with them? I think you just get ready to save for a deal with the devil, even though everything's going to get re-rolled anyway. I don't really know what to take. But, you know, the level of cleanliness, it's just a nice thing to do. I don't need to justify myself. But either way, you know, dishes, cleaning the bathroom, no problem. But when it came to vacuuming, Kate's very particular. So I said to myself, you know, what's the point in me doing like an exhaustive job by my standards of vacuuming? I know 100% when she comes back, she's gonna be like, I have to vacuum. So, what did I do? Well, I still vacuum, but I just, you know, I did what I would consider to be an adequate job. And then when she came back, she was like, it's so clean, but the floor is kind of dirty. I'm gonna vacuum. And I went, you know what? NL, Ryan, you're a genius. And that's what we got going on in this run right now. It's like, you know, if the bomb's gonna do 99% of the work, why put in like double the effort just to get another 1% outcome, you know? I know that sounds... People on the internet live... And this is what you have to remember if you ever get tilted by Twitch chat. And it's not to say that everybody that's in Twitch chat is like, you know, they don't have any real life experience. All I'm going to say is that everybody on the internet lives in a perfect world scenario where it's like, you know, it's a world of hypotheticals because, you know, they don't always have that much practice. So you're like, well, why not put in a little extra effort and get to 100% instead of 99? I never want to be complacent with because 99% is good enough. I only want it because you're tired. When you do things, you get tired, you know. Even go read some of those books about, like, you know, what very famous, intelligent, successful people, you know, the way they live their lives. There are some people who are like, I get 4 hours of sleep a night because that's all I need, and I want to, you know, spend more of my time waking so I can invent direct current or something like that. But then there are a lot of very successful artists, business people, philosophers, politicians, and they're like, yeah, I sleep like 9 hours a night. You know why? Because I'm friggin' tired. Get off my back. You got like, you know, 15 other hours on a daily basis on which you can accomplish a lot of things. So get out of here with your like 100% effort at all times. I know you're not giving 100% effort at all times because you're in Twitch chat right now. None of those are Benjamin Franklin in his like, you know, advice for success. He doesn't go, spend, you know, 3 hours a day at the town hall yelling at the rabble. Dude's too busy inventing eyeglasses or performing cunnilingus or something, you know? Not getting his head shaved despite how terrible his hairstyle looks. Anyway. I hate this run, but I will love it if we can make this first room chaos card come to fruition. You know, take it from me. I'm not messing with you, okay? Like, I work a lot. You gotta, and, you know, Scholastically is the same boat. Like, I put like 110% effort into my schoolwork. And the GPA shows it. All I'm gonna say about it is that you still gotta pick your battles. Here's what you do, okay? Don't pick that up yet. You gotta pick your battles, you know? Don't be the guy who at the start of the semester spends 3 hours studying for a quiz worth 2% of your grade, and then by the end of the semester you're like, I just can't bear to study 1 more hour for my final exam that's worth 30% of my grade. You gotta prioritize, you know, the work. It's not a work smart, not hard situation, but it's like at least put some thought into your work. Because, you know, you're a human being. You're going to tire. We're not all robots yet. You know, eventually that'll come and, you know, autonomous AI will come for all of our professions, but not yet. So Sacred Heart, I mean, beautiful, but we have no choice. It's going to be rerolled. And Book of Revelation's kind of the same deal. I'm only really interested in taking items that give us a chance at transformation, but apart from that, I mean, we're still just... We have a chaos card. If we get blank card, we win. And we can take all the money that we get and use it on something else. So we could Yera. And you can Yera the chaos card. And this just opened up something for us. Speed up. Oh, I hate that. Now if we get something that lets us hold 2 tarot cards, we win. The range down's not that bad. Stats, pretty bad. Rate of fire is really good, though. Maybe closing in on Beelzebub. Okay, belly button allows us to hold 2 cards. So, I mean, equality is never going to happen on our run here. Don't take that out of context. Wait a minute, this doesn't let you hold 2 things? I'm incorrect, apparently. I think it's ill-advised to take the peeler because we will probably lose the effects of the peeler. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll probably lose the effects. Oh, we'll lose the Meat Boys, is what I'm trying to say. But I think I will take a speed upgrade just to stack up something. And sadly, I think this is bad for us here. But we need to get through rerolls anyway. Oh, okay, 2 cards. Now, we're going to lose that now that I think about it. But hear me out here. Play this guy. The more items we can stack up, the better a missing no reroll will tend to be. And that might be spun. It is indeed spun. Another amnesia pill I could not care less about. We can hold 2 chaos cards, but I was a little foolhardy. I forgot. We're going to lose the ability to hold 2 tarot cards, presumably, soon after that. So, should we use a chaos card? Probably, even though it pains me to do so. I mean, in theory, we could get 3 different abilities that allow us to hold 2 cards, 1 each over the next few floors. It strikes me as a little bit of a, you know, a dream. But you never know, I guess. But we could chaos card our bosses in this wave and maybe be relatively happy about it. This I'm excited pill is a dang mess, dude. Okay, so we're gonna leave, re-enter. Yeah, stats are still really bad. I don't really know what to do about that on a missing no run. Without being, you know, needlessly reductive, I think the actual answer is just get good low forehead. We don't really get much benefit from fretting over it because we have basically no control. Man, remember Fred? It's a very weird thing to bring up because I was already cynical and jaded before Fred, while Fred existed. Yes, I'm talking about Dylan Crookshank or whatever his name is. Many of you were probably like, yeah, Fred. I remember when my older brother watched that YouTube channel. Theoretically possible, I suppose. Okay. Boss wave? Boss wave. Dude, it's so tempting to use Chaos card. Just because, like, we still have not had good damage, basically at all on this entire run. And I'm like, I don't want to get a taste of that good damage because I know it's going to be addictive. Why is everything that's supposed to be bad make me feel so good? Kanye West, 2004, late registration. I don't care if you hit me at this point. We're relying on the kindness of devil deals. Angel deals. Good items. Hidden? Not hidden. That's single range downgrade. No, it's hidden. He was just under the surface. Very exciting run so far. Having a good time. Waiting for missing no to pay off. One day it's gonna get there. Still alive, huh? I remember reading, this is back in like 2008. Maybe, actually it might have been like 2009, 2010. Just to date it properly, but I was reading an article. Keep in mind, this is while YouTube was like super in its infancy, right? And Fred was the largest YouTube channel. It was like Fred #1, Machinima #2 for a blast from the past. And he gave an interview, Fred, you know, he's like, oh, it talks like this, oh my god, you know, I'm not gonna knock it, it's children's entertainment, it's not really for, it reflects way more poorly on an adult that goes like, well, I can't believe kids these days are watching this garbage. What did you watch when you were a kid? The Polka Dot Door, and we liked it. But he gave an interview, and he was like, on YouTube, I make up to $100,000 a year. And I'm not throwing shade at that. I mean, still, it's a lot of money, right? It's a great salary. But, dude, that blew my mind back then. And now, I think back to, like, all those articles that are like, Swedish YouTuber PewDiePie made $8 million in 2014. Like, that, my head would have exploded back then. Plus, it's clear, I make $1 billion a year on YouTube. So, like, Fred, call me if you're... I don't know why you would call me. Don't call me, okay? It's not like I don't want to talk to you. It's just, I mean, I don't really, we got nothing to say. Range down. Let's make sure the Chaos card is our active card so we don't accidentally just lose it in the space between floors. And by active card, I mean only card. Thank you. Alright, Missing No. Work with me, please. Hemolacria has appeared in the basement. Has it appeared in my run? No. Damage, better. Closer, warmer. 2 of diamonds. Extremely great. Mom's Contact, no mom transformation. Squeezy is a fire rate increase. What I got, you got to say that it's a tears up. Like to get a transform to gup. And by gup, I mean guppy. Ooh, ooh. Do I want toothpicks? Probably not. Wow, that's very, very, very good. They really want me to have potato peeler on this run. And, you know, I kind of feel like it would be funny. I don't know if it's actually good. This is the first run I've been happy with, I think. So we have an understanding, I guess, of how this run works. We want to pick up as much... Oh, I forgot Mom's Contacts. Dude, Mom's Contacts is just so good. At least... I mean, our damage could be better, of course, but... freezing these enemies so we can take them out in a more economical fashion with less risk to ourselves. Oh, dream come true. Anyway, we want to pick up as much money as possible. And then 2 of diamonds you could use in a couple of different ways. The obvious one is to buy many upgrades, but I don't think we really need that when you consider that we've managed to ferry this Chaos card all the way down here. Ah, wait, there's your problem. We can't take the Chaos card and 2 of diamonds with us. So what we will do is use 2 of diamonds to buy many things. And then also supplement our money back to the point where hopefully it's at 99 cents. Or close to it. Then we'll take the Chaos card down to the Greed fight. Forgive me, it's been a long day of Isaac. If I can use a Chaos card from the first floor or otherwise to take out Ultra Greed, who I've fought 35 times today and is annoying, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to feel good about it. Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. Stuart Smalley. The World According to Stuart. No, Stuart Saves His Family. That's the name of that show. / movie. Just want to, like, hit some enemies without being chased down on all sides. It's a lot to ask for, I know, in today's modern world. Today's workaday world. I don't even know what that means, but people say it now and then. Back in the 1970s, apparently, when I was going to say when I was grown. The truth has come out. Lab-grown anecdote machine, Northernlion. Raised on Pop-Tarts and WKRP in Cincinnati. Probably shouldn't have been standing there. I don't want to victim blame, but... you know, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and we were standing in Pound Town. Did you know there is a grocery store chain in England called Poundland? And I want to say it in the English way. Poundland. England, thanks for bringing, you know, my country into existence. In many ways, I guess I am you. And this is not to besmirch the help of the French as well, or the indigenous peoples of Canada. But come on, with this grocery store name, you're really going to name a grocery store something that sounds like an after-hours adult club in Berlin. Should have re-rolled that. Not that it matters, I guess. All right. What do we want? None of this. Buffalo Soldier, look, it's like I told you. I mean, it doesn't matter. We kind of want Proptosis, but we certainly, without a doubt, want Blank Card. And then using Blank Card,
2 of diamonds.
Things that give transformations. And we're going to take Chaos with us, of course. So, what do we like here? Doesn't matter. Literally does not matter. I know you're like, well, we'll get Proptosis, but for what? No transformation. I think we're already spun, so I'm not even going to worry about that one. Luck might help us in the future. These are cheap, almost as cheap as a reroll. So I will pick those up. Starter deck allows us to hold 2 cards. Alright, well, at this point, I think I understand. Oh no, but we're going to lose starter deck when we go down to the next floor. You can't do that. You still have to find a way to use 2 of diamonds on this floor. No doubt. Or you could save 2 of diamonds for like maximum reroll potential, but again, I don't think it's that relevant. So we'll pop 2 of diamonds. What do we get? Temperance. I will play you. Again, the more items, the merrier. Hierophant, sure. Should have saved it. We can't save it. We only get 1 card. I know you're gonna hook me up here.
The Empress.
Thank you. Sin robes. Probably does not matter. Might be part of that evil transformation I never remember the name of. So with blank card, chaos card, presumably unless they built in like a stopper to make sure it doesn't happen. We got a transformation here. Oh, conjoined. We will absolutely use 2 times chaos to win. And actually, it might seem a little weak. It is a little weak. Here's what we want to do. Fight all these enemies, get a battery charge, then step on the button and leave. We get nothing out of fighting these bosses. We beat the run, and we're going to beat the run with 99 cents. You know how I know that? Because we have 99 cents already. All we have to do is not miss the enemies as well, and not use, like, our stuff in the wrong order. Like, don't use chaos card and then blank card. Yeah. Okay, what's the... We got... Transformed into Beelzebub. Our run kind of looks like garbage statistically. On screen, it looks real cool. We'll get a brief taste of it. I guess we do have Jacob's Ladder or some form of static tiers that actually appears to be kind of neat here. Or as I call it, an uncontrollable surge. Okay, first phase done. We have like a $3 bill or something. I am mistaken, by the way. This run appears to kind of rule. He knocked me backwards as I shot chaos, and my chaos was taken away from me. What do we do now? Well, we fight him the old-fashioned way. As annoying as it is, oh my god, we may die. So what am I waiting for? Shouldn't do that. I am waiting for my shots to land on the regular. And then the electricity will cause him a lot of problems. Also, Little Haunt and Dead Bird apparently doing my dirty work for me. What are my bombs like? Well, they're glittery, which is actually really good. Until they blow me up. So, I actually think stand still and use glitter bombs to try to preserve your HP. It's a little cute. But, you know, you got... There's my red heart. You got Dead Bird. You got Little Haunt on occasion, at least doing some damage. Anytime we get Kidney Stone, we're trying to get in there. Our low range is causing us some problems. But actually, everything else is going real nicely right now. Don't... Dude, the bombs, like, they stick to us. Like that Pussycat Dolls song. There we go. Okay, that's probably enough HP to win. So you know, we gotta say thank you to a couple of different entities here. But for now, it did work. I wish I hadn't screwed up the Chaos card, but hey, we get the D1. Hey, got a mic. And 1% chance. If we can get over 900, I'll consider it a success. Lost now holds Holy Mantle. That's funny, because I don't even know who that character is. The game has spoiled itself. And would you look at that? 958. We're so close. Now, if you wanted to be the most galaxy brain, you would start placing these glitter bombs around, trying to get as much money as possible. Do we still get money when we get hurt? No. So, it's a little ridiculous. But why not? It'll only take another 30 seconds. And we'll figure out... Don't blow up that donation machine. Figure out how much exactly we can get for maximum donations here. One day. Or another. I'm gonna find a penny, penny, penny. Ooh, to a hearts. Actually useful. If we were still fighting. And maybe we have fanny pack. We should still blow ourselves up just in case. Like, we've already won. Boop. Okay, dude. Great donations. 967. Really good chance to unlock the keeper before the loss. Weirdly enough. Hey, for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It's a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Northernlion to be notified when I go live in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!